everybody, welcome back to another episode of the DAO Envelop podcast. I'm your host, Eugene Crypto MC, and today we have a DeFi Italian episode with a part of Spaghetti, because I'm having Maria Magenes. In one sentence, I would describe her as she is a multitasking DeFi lady. She's a marketing expert and fintech passionate with 6 years of experience in strategic marketing and community building. She's been working in DeFi space since 2018. She is a firm believer that if you've been in a Web3 space for a while, you are absolutely able to contribute to several projects at the same time. That's why she is now a project marketing lead for Oasisapp. This is the front end to access Maker protocol and create DAI stablecoin. And I'm personally DAI holder. So that is not advertising, that's just a fact. She's a marketing consultant for Balancer. And she's also a bit an inventor. She's co-organizer of SpaghettETH. This is the event in Milan, Italy. And she's also a speaker on ETHDenver, ETHCC. You may find her speeches on how to run some projects simultaneously on YouTube. Just type her name, Maria Magenes, on YouTube. You'll find her amazing speeches. So, Maria, buongiorno and welcome to our podcast.
Thank you for asking me.
Let's start with your story. You started from the media TV, if I'm not mistaken, then you switched to DeFi. This is an amazing story. Tell us briefly, how did you get into the space and what have you already done?
Yeah, very quickly. So yeah, I was actually working in the normal, let's say, space in an enterprise called Sky TV in the strategic marketing team, and then for 4 years, more or less. Then basically I was looking for a job. I was bored by this reality, and I was looking for a job in Switzerland. And that's how randomly I jumped in the space because Aave, which was called ETHLand back in time, so it had another name. They were looking for a marketing manager. And there were very few, like we were 5 or 6 in the office. And I applied saying, guys, I don't know much. Actually, I don't know basically anything about blockchain. But back in time, a lot of people were not aware about all the potential of DeFi and the Ethereum blockchain, etc. So they were, okay, Maria, let's give it a try. You seem quite smart, so let's start. And from there, I stayed 1 year with Aave, 2 years with Maker, and then Maker dissolved, the Maker Foundation basically dissolved, and I joined part of the Maker Foundation team to support them in the product marketing of Oasis, which is now basically a standalone company, which ran the front end of Maker, plus other things. So basically we are adding features. Then when I was deciding what to do after the Maker dissolution, decentralization, I was proposed to join also Balancer, and I was like, Maria, why don't you try to do several different things together? And then I tried, and now it's 1.5 years that I'm with both. I mean, for Balancer, I'm more a support, and I'm in the marketing team, and I'm supporting the director of marketing. And so I'm part-time as a contractor, while on Oasis I'm leading all the marketing activity. And then, yes, why Maria, don't you organize an Ethereum conference in Italy? So I also made this with Matteo. We met at ETHCC last year, and we decided to try, and it was a success. So probably we will do another edition soon of Spaghetti. So this is
an amazing story of here, and because I am coming from event segment of Web3, I started with like a podcaster then, and MC on blockchain events. I have to ask you about SpaghettETH and DeFi Africa. What are these events? What should we know? The general we should know about these amazing events.
So SpaghettETH was basically quite small event because it was dedicated to 250 people, and it was dedicated to start an Ethereum Italian community, which is not was not present because there were a lot of groups like Spare, but there was not a unique umbrella, a unique community that puts all of these people together, especially developers. And basically the aim of Spaghetti was to build not only the technology, but also the community, basically. I think we reached our goal, because now there is a very nice community, mostly of technical people. The conference was the talks were very like focused on tech, because the event was dedicated to devs. And it was a 3 days event, in real life event, plus a virtual hackathon with some tracks, so they could participate to the devs could participate to the hackathon. Of course, we also had a lot of speakers from abroad, like we had someone from the Maker Foundation, from the Ethereum Foundation, someone from Maker, someone from Oasis, Balancer, of course, Polygon, and then Optimism. So we hosted the different speakers, but most of them were Italian, and the attendees were mostly Italian. DeFi Africa is something that I'm not super involved with, because I mean DeFi Africa event, because I am advising DeFi Africa since Sabia, who is the founder, is a very close friend. He started to help me a bit with the maker community in Africa. He was an ambassador for Maker, and then he started his own organization, DeFi Africa, and this year he is organizing in November this event, which is not specifically dedicated to Ethereum, because in Africa they are still a bit behind, they still value a lot of Bitcoin and crypto in general. The conference will be very generic and high level, let's say, and he is now looking for funding. This is not easy, because there is the bear market now, so the projects are not. I talk also from my perspective. We are trying to cut costs which are not needed, especially in marketing, unfortunately, and we tend to sponsor just the conferences which we know are a success. I mean, are successful in terms of attending and content value, etc. And these conferences are those which already existed back in time. So DevCon, HCC, ETHDenver, and so the DeFi Africa conference. I hope it will be as successful as the guys want, but they need support. So guys, if you have some money, join a sponsorship for Sabia's and DeFi Africa conference.
Amazing. I will put the links in the description on
thank you.
ETH and DeFi Africa also. And I would love to ask you about what excites you most in Web3 space, apart from the ability and the opportunity to perform several multitasking at the same time in the different projects.
Yeah, besides the technology, which is, I think, it opens a lot of doors. And what I love to tell is that Web3 goal is to make the world more efficient, right? as Web2 did back in time. Now it's the turn of Web3. But besides this, from let's say, less technical point of view, I think that working in this space is completely like different, and you are always learning. You are never bored. It's difficult because you always feel a bit behind. Everyone feels a bit behind, but because there is still a lot to learn. And the good thing is that for now we are always helping each other. So if I have any like technical doubt, I always find someone who can explain me. And the same thing for me, to explain someone what I do in my marketing activity. So we are learning all together, and we are building. It's this feeling of building something that is not existing, and to shape and to find the best practices without having any example of the past. So everybody is innovating. So this is very, very nice. At least when you are young as me, and most of us in the space, it's very. I don't think I will find any other like space better than this to work in.
Absolutely agree with you. If you're feeling boring in your life, gentlemen, ladies, consider joining Web3.
Yes, exactly.
Improve your skills with an amazing velocity, an amazing speed. Okay, Maria, what should we know about Oasisapp, and why do we need Oasisapp if we already have Maker?
So, just to wrap up, Maker is the protocol. So Maker alone, it doesn't, work. You can't interact with just Maker. You can interact with Maker using front ends, so creating vaults and creating DAI. DAI is created by people, by you, me, etc. And how it is created by opening a dev position called Vault on Oasis or on other platforms that, of course, I don't mention here. Basically, with Oasis, you can open this dev position, put your ERC20 token as collateral. This dev position is over collateralized, so it's secure, and that's why DAI is stable. And you create this DAI. DAI is, as you probably already know, the first and most used decentralized stablecoin in circulation. And it is stable due to this over-collateralization mechanism, which is part of Maker protocol. So Maker protocol basically is the mix of these smart contracts that allow DAI to exist. And Oasis.app is the platform where you can interact with Maker protocol, but not only this, because Oasis was born with the Maker protocol, so in 2016. But now that we can add features, because we are not decentralized, but we are a centralized entity, a company, we added several new features like automations. So now you don't have to check all the time if your collateralization ratio is right. You can set some basically some triggers, and the Oasisapp make this for you. So these kind of automations, the stop loss protection. So if you set another automation, always not to lose money, basically, and to avoid to be liquidated by the protocol. And then we also added some features like Oasis Multiply, where you can multiply the exposure to your collateral and potentially earn more. on your collateral and earn. For now, Oasis Earn just has the G-Uni product support, but we are introducing soon other LP tokens in this feature. We are constantly basically adding features. So this is not just, this is no more just the platform to create Vault, but is more. The final goal is to create is Oasis for your, for your tokens, for your crypto assets, where you can deploy your capital into DeFi without any worry, because you will have these strategies and these automations that allow you to sleep well without worrying about, and everything else is made by Oasis. Recently, we also added this referral option, so you can refer friends and earn on fees generated by your friend. And this is amazing because, of course, who has a Vault on Oasis can potentially earn a lot, because this is forever. So if you refer a friend today, from today on forever, 10% of the total fees generated by your friend will be earned, splitted by you and your friends. So also your friends is earning. Yeah, this is also something that we added. So Maker protocol is the main protocol supported by Oasis, but it's something different.
Amazing, understood. And right here, what steps should one undertake to start using Oasisapp or where to join our community? So call to action. Okay, so basically you go on Oasis.app, which is just Google Oasis.app, and you I will put the
will
link
be
in the
there.
side in the description.
Yes. And you can start borrowing, meaning that you open a vault. So you connect a wallet, you choose your preferred collateral based on your what you have, of course, and based also on the specific features of this. So each token has, for example, a different stability fee, a different liquidation ratio, etc., etc. All of these are decided by the Maker governance, not by us. And then you can open your vault. Then you can also choose to open a multiply vault, so increase the exposure to your, for example, your ETH up to X per. And you basically, then I suggest put the automations. In this way, you can just put your money there and that's it, without having to always, check your vault, etc., etc. Because this is quite frustrating, especially because to use Oasis, you need, a certain amount of collateral, because the minimum, I think, is now 30K DAI you can borrow. So it means that you need to have 45K of ETH, because the collateralization is a minimum 150% of the of what you borrow, basically, minimum.
Okay. So got it. Amazing instruction. I'd love to ask you about one another thing. Non-fungible tokens are NFT, because we are Envelop. We are related to this amazing building blocks of Web3. In particular, we're building a wrapping protocol for making NFT more predictable with a new set of features by so-called wrapping. So because you are in DeFi space, do you have any ideas how NFT or non-fungible tokens may be combined with a DeFi set of tools?
Okay, so I see NFTs everywhere. I like, so this is a very good question for me, because I like the technology, which I think is amazing, but I don't like how it boomed. I mean, how it is used right now. Very counter, it's unusual for people who work in this space, but I don't really get the purpose of having NFTs. I think that NFTs can have very good functions, for example, in the legal or when it comes to checking the authenticity or guaranteeing something or contracts, but these figures like the I don't know, the rarities, how they call it, the monkeys, I don't want to mention any particular project, that's why I'm not, but I'm not into NFTs. So in my opinion, NFTs can be nice when they are used to, for example, I collaborated briefly with a project which released these NFTs that combined together created, so they distributed these NFTs, and then the community could combine all of these NFTs together, and they created the code. So it's like a potion, right? So they created this code, and then from there, the community, the thing was already decentralized because of this, and the community started to make this code and this product function. So this is, for example, a way where I can see the usefulness of NFTs, but in general, I must also tell that I'm not an art collector in the real life. I don't care. So probably this is the thing. I don't see
the utility of NFT is not so obvious. The utility and usefulness of DeFi is quite more obvious because this is about money.
Exactly. I'm more pragmatic,
Yeah, you mentioned learning in Web3, and I absolutely agree with you, because being in a Web3 space requires a lot of learning on an everyday basis. How would you suggest to learn for Web3, for newcomers especially? And what about your personal learning strategy? Of course, you are inside the business processes of Web3 companies, of course.
Yes.
Way of learning. And your recommendations, how to learn Web3?
In my opinion, when you are completely new to this, you should really start from the basics, like watching videos on YouTube, tutorials. Like, for example, one of my favorite channel is Finematics. They really explain well with graphics, like Web3 for dummies, but with different levels. So you can start with what is Ethereum, and then what is DeFi, and then what is Maker, etc., etc. In my opinion, the best way to learn is participate to the space, not necessarily as a worker. So you can just join the chats on Discord, for example, start to participate to the conversation, see what happens, talk with people who are already in the space for a while. Events are the best because you know the people and you talk. The networking part is fundamental. During pandemic, this was very difficult to do. We tried to make a lot of virtual conversations, virtual events, meetups, etc. And this was also good. But yes, staying in the middle of this is the best way. When you can't, it's impossible because you always can. But when you can't, you can start by studying a bit by yourself, and then maybe try to find meetups in your own city, right? So there is everywhere there is something happening. And I'm not racist, so also Bitcoin, I mean, meetups to start is good because, of course, you need to make your own idea. So you can start from whatever you want in the crypto and in the Web3, and then you can choose your preferred, area.
Absolutely agree. Thanks God we have a lot of ways to learn Web3. Just you wish, just give your wish and consume all the information. It is absolutely available. Such a podcast, for example, is a great starting point. Listen to Maria Magenes and feel her passion. Ask yourself why this lady came to Web3. Where is Web3? Strong check, and how's she understand what are the motives, how her values are being expressed in what she's been doing in Web3. Thank you very much, Maria. It was an amazing episode. I love to talk to Web3 marketings. I love to learn a lot from Web3 markets because marketing, it is about people. Maria Magenes, Oasisapp, Balancer, SpaghettETH, DeFi Africa, and me using CryptoMC. We really thank you for watching and listening this podcast episode of the DeWeb podcast. Please like, subscribe, share, and be subscribed on our YouTube channel because we deliver you unique podcast episodes talking about Web3 professionals. We explore what they've been doing to create this space. We are all the creator of Web3. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and see you in the next episodes of the DeWeb podcast. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Blockchain. BLOCK chain. Digital money, smart contracts, NFT, IDO, decentralization, transparency. So many opportunities, but so many challenges. Some financial manipulators, by their actions, confuse blockchain solutions and block their development. The idea that the blockchain should bring copyright and royalties protection to the next level is quite old, but the realizations of these ideas are not perfect at all. There is another problem of determining the value of a particular cryptocurrency or NFT. These and other problems need to be solved. Fortunately, the blockchain infrastructure is evolving. My name is E, Mr. E, and I represent the Envelop project. Many things have already been invented in the blockchain today. Tokens, smart contracts, platforms for creating your own coins, NFTs, exchanges for buying, selling, and exchanging all these blockchain resources. Envelop is another step in the development of crypto technologies. The protocol that works with NFT and cryptocurrencies. The idea is simple but disruptive. Let's assume you have an NFT, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Using the Envelop protocol, you can wrap the original NFT accompanied with several tokens. Technically, you get a similar NFT, but what is the breakthrough here? Once wrapped, the token has a number of additional features that were not available before. The minimal cost appears. It is provided with coins wrapped together with NFT. An asset wrapped with Envelop has a number of properties that allow the original author to receive royalties from the resale of that asset. Various rules can be applied to the wrapped token. For example, a lock period for unwrapping. It secures the asset till the determined moment or safeguards it from speculation during the hype period. At the same time, wrapped tokens can be transferred and traded. These are just some of the scenarios for using Envelop. NFTs become more popular, and the tools provided by Envelop expand the opportunities of NFTs utilization. Wide application possibilities are achieved due to the fact that, in addition to the protocol, the project includes a number of subsystems. The protocol provides functions wrapping and unwrapping. Oracle Mechanics provides asset valuation using analytical algorithms. Index provides a summary assessment of several NFT assets with the common criteria. The project has its own token, which connects all elements of the system. Altogether, this is Envelop, a tool in the blockchain world for building modern and secure systems in various fields. Find more info about the project on the website. Envelop. Make your NFT valuable. Just practical, no hype.